Hello again, and welcome to another edition of Music Matters. I'm MonkeyBoy.
And I'm Ziggy.
And today we're talking about one of your favorites.
Yes, now this isn't another episode. This is one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to talk about Jeff Porcaro. Porcaro.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do you know who Jeff Porcaro is? And that's going to be on the inside.
Yes. Well,
Because I'll bet a lot of the listeners are going, who the hell is Jeff Porcaro?
Oh,
Some of them.
maybe. Yeah, he's the drummer for Toto.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
But he's a lot more than just the drummer from Toto.
A lot happened in his life before he formed Toto with his brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to blow your mind.
Okay.
I don't think we've talked about this before. Are you familiar with these songs? The Grind, Homeward Strut, Dreamer, and Teaser?
Maybe. Teaser? Is that the Tommy Bolin one?
These are all Tommy Bolin songs that Jeff Porcaro played on.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You didn't know he played on Teaser, did you?
I did not.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I just learned that within the last year.
Wow.
I feel so bad.
Huh. I
feel completely unqualified to host this podcast anymore.
Oh.
I feel like I should retire.
We all learn something new all the time.
Tommy Bolin is a late great guitar hero from right here in Sioux City.
Yes, he is.
I've heard all the albums. I've read all the liner notes, and I guess I just missed that he plays on Teaser, which was a favorite song of mine long before I came here. But
that's a great tune.
We are going to get to the long list of songs. We're going to kind of fly through the Toto hits. They're all relatively known. We've talked about every member of Toto, I think. We just haven't talked about Toto.
Yeah.
But this list of songs that he plays on is mind-blowing.
Nice. Well, I look forward to checking out some of them. Of course, he was born April 1st. No, it's not April Fool's Day. He was born April 1st, 1954 in Hartford, Connecticut. He was raised in Los Angeles, comes from a legendary musical family. His father, Joe Porcaro, renowned jazz drummer and percussionist, and brother Steve Porcaro is the keys, and Mike Porcaro is the bass. Both feature members of Toto. Nice.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Mike Porcaro took over as the bass player for David Hungate in the 80s. David Hungate moved down to Nashville to continue his session work. He has played on thousands of songs, country and otherwise. But after that, then Mike took over.
Okay. And now they're, well, I don't know if they still are, but...
well, he passed away.
Oh, gotcha. See,
Mike passed away of Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Several years ago.
Okay.
So there is only one Porcaro brother remaining. But, so... I got introduced to the music of Toto. I think it was that Toto 4 album
with Africa and
Africa,
Rosanna,
and
me too. That was when I discovered them. For sure.
I'm listening to Maiden and Rush and the harder stuff, and my brother gets this Toto 4 record. I've told the story before on the podcast, and we were going to be going 2 hours to Grandma's house. He lived upstairs in her house, and he was really excited to play this Toto 4 album for me. And I just wasn't into it. And he said, okay, listen again. And I was a little kid, and I decided I didn't want to listen to it anymore. So I flicked a needle and it scratched his record.
Oh, no!
Yes.
Oh,
yes, I did.
No!
I did, but I will tell you that...
Did you buy him a new one eventually?
He gave me the one with the scratch on it.
Okay.
And so I took it home where we had a record player, and I fell in love with that record, and I fell in love with Jeff Porcaro. I was already drumming. I was listening again to great drummers like Nico McBrain and Neil Peart, and I'd heard it. Anyway, there was just something about his drumming, just that I couldn't play like Neil.
Yeah.
I also cannot play like Jeff Porcaro. But it's a nice story, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a nice story.
All right.
Well, he has played for a lot of different artists, not just Toto. Let's see if you can recognize some of these artists, just off the top of my head. Maybe, have you heard of the band Steely Dan? Yeah, I thought so. How about Michael Jackson? Ever heard of him? I know he's,
Yeah.
he had a hit or two back in the day.
Yep.
Bruce Springsteen. Oh, there's a guy. He was, he may have had a little success back in the day. His name, what was his name? Paul something.
Paul
McCartney. That's it. Yeah. Elton John. Don Henley. Pink fucking Floyd. Hall & Oates. Jackson Browne. Just to name a few.
Oh, well, I could name some more, like
I know you
Cher
could.
and Eric Clapton,
Jeez.
Joe Cocker.
Wow.
I mean, the list goes on and on. So,
Those are some pretty big names, though. I mean, when
Yeah.
you're talking about the world of music in general, and you list those names, I mean, think of the millions of people who are touched by each one of those people and bands. That spans the world. And these guys are like the best of the best of the best. Like Paul McCartney. I mean, Hall & Oates, one of my faves. Pink friggin' Floyd. I love Pink Floyd. Apparently Nick Mason didn't handle the drums on some of the songs. Not touring, he did. But apparently Jeff played on a couple different Pink Floyd songs. Crazy.
yeah.
That blew my mind. I was not ready for that. Because I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. I had no idea. I always thought Nick Mason was the guy that I was listening to. Crazy. So, maybe we should talk about some of his iconic tracks.
Well, I was looking for... I can find it later. Okay, let's talk about... I'm looking up an official list here. Let me just find... we talked about the Tommy Bolin songs, so let me get to... he's played with Dr. John. Donald Fagen, outside of Steely Dan, he's played with. How about, let's start with, let me get up to the top here. I Keep Forgetting by Michael McDonald.
Yes.
Okay, now, Michael McDonald also appears on Steely Dan albums. So
Sure.
there's a connection there.
There definitely is, yeah.
He played on. I got to get to the song here. Where is it? He played a lot with Boss Skaggs. He's on Lido Shuffle.
Yep. Lowdown as well.
Lowdown, yeah. Both great songs.
Yeah.
He plays on The Tubes. She's a Beauty.
Oh, I love that song. That band as well. The Tubes.
That band as well.
So great.
You may know a Madonna song called Cherish.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Yep, he plays drums on that.
Interesting.
That's a song that that you hear daily. Do you remember Don Henley's New York Minute?
Love that song.
That's Jeff Porcaro on drums. Also Dirty Laundry.
One of my faves.
Yep, and that's you'll find by the time we get towards the bottom that he played on everything in the 80s and 90s.
I kind of figured he was the guy. Yeah, know?
The Girl Is Mine, Beat It, Human Nature, and The Lady in Life, Heal the World, Torture, Midnight Rendezvous, The Wait. Those are songs by Michael Jackson and the Jacksons. He plays on a lot of El Giro records. You mentioned Elton John, Where Have All the Good Times Gone, right?
Where have all the good... I'm thinking of Van Halen when you say that, but I don't know. I can't place that for that song.
Well, I got to look up the actual name here. Hold on. Yeah, Where Have All the Good Times Gone? For Elton John.
I'll have to look that up. Only when you say that, Where Have All the Good Times Gone, I always go directly to Van Halen.
Mm-hmm. With Madonna, He's a Man, Hanky Panky, Cry Baby, and Something to Remember.
Okay. My wife would know those.
Oh, I see. My mind is blown. Do you remember Melissa Manchester? We're going way back to the 80s.
You should see how they talk.
Jeff Porcaro plays on that song,
nice.
buddy.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see. The Manhattan Transfer. Richard Marx. Dave Mason.
Which Richard Marx tune?
One Man. I don't remember that one.
I don't remember
He
that
plays with Country Joe McDonald. For Michael McDonald, he plays on 2 full albums for Michael. Those look to be 90s albums.
Nice.
Randy Newman.
Which ones?
The Blues, Mikey's My Life is Good, Miami, Take Me Back, There's a Party at My House, I'm Different, Song for the Dead.
I was hoping you were going to say I Love L.A. or something like that.
Do you remember this song? Thank you for being a friend.
Of course.
Travel down the road and back again.
I always think of the Golden Girls when I hear that song. But
that's Jeff Porcaro on drums.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
He played on a Dolly Parton record.
Really?
Yep.
Which one was that?
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just scanning the
list
list
know
here.
That he did.
I'm just scanning the list. Oh, here he plays with Sandy Patty on an album.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I don't know what album, Andy.
Okay.
He plays on a Pointer Sisters album.
Okay.
Running with the Night by Lionel Richie. That's Jeff Porcaro on drums.
Nice. That's a great tune.
Yep. It's a absolutely great tune. Performs a lot with Leo Sayer.
Okay.
Rumors by Leo Sayer.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Well, we already mentioned Lowdown, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay. Seals and Crofts, he plays with them. John Sebastian. Sonny and Cher. Christopher Cross, he does Arthur's theme.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep, plays drums on that. FM by Steely Dan.
Great tune.
Human Touch by Bruce Springsteen, along with some others there.
That's another great tune.
Yeah. Black Friday by Steely Dan, Bad Sneakers. Dr. Wu. Gaucho. All great Steely Dan songs.
Yeah.
Terrific. He played drums for Barbra Streisand. That ain't no big deal, huh?
Well, I mean, she's a pretty big name. I mean,
back in that
if you're talking music.
Back in that day.
My dad loved Barbra Streisand.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. I just went through all the Toto albums.
Okay.
Yeah, he played on several songs for Dionne Warwick, Paul Young. Remember Paul Young?
Yeah. Every time you go away.
Yeah, you're just not on that one. Warren Zevon. Christopher Cross, All Right. He played on an America album. Oh, he played on a Hoyt Axton album. Boy, there's a guy I haven't thought of in a while. Hoyt Axton.
Couldn't even tell you who that is.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, he played on a few songs for the Bee Gees. That's no big deal.
Nice.
Oh, come on! Don't do that. Al Stewart. Are you familiar with Al Stewart?
The name, yes. Not so much his music.
Okay. So the Thank You for Being a Friend is by Andrew Gold.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Eric Carmen.
Which songs?
Not hits, I don't think.
No hits.
I don't recognize him. Or recognize them. Benny Mardones. Do you remember
Into
him?
the Night. Is he on that one?
No. He's not.
That's the song
Bobby
I know.
Caldwell. Bonnie Raitt, Sugar Mama. Brenda Russell. Do you remember Brenda Russell?
No.
Okay. She was 80s. The Brothers Johnson. You don't know them either?
Kind of. I think so, but I couldn't tell you what they sang.
Oh. He plays on a 2009. Well, maybe it is him on drums. Stay the Night by Chicago.
Oh, that's a great tune.
Mm-hmm.
I love that tune.
He did play on a David Gilmour solo album.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Works with Diana Ross, Donna Summer, Earth, Wind and Fire. Oh. Well, this is no good. He played with Helen Reddy. Forget how old we are. We're really old. If you know who she is. Lee Ritenour, Leo Sayer. No, see, that's not right. Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2, Pink Floyd.
Yeah, so he was on the wall. At least for some of it.
Yeah. Silly Love Songs, Paul McCartney. He plays drums on that.
Nice.
Glory of Love by Peter Cetera.
Okay.
Remember that one?
Love that song. I actually learned how to play that song on piano.
He plays on Mother, as we discussed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Randy Newman.
I don't think I could do it anymore.
Richard Marx, he plays on the songs Hands in Your Pocket, Calling You, Superstar, Chains Around My Heart.
Okay.
I think Chains Around My Heart I'm
maybe
familiar with.
Maybe.
I have to look at the songs here. Stephen Bishop, It's Only Love.
Okay.
You know that one?
I've heard of it.
New version of Get Ready by the Temptations.
All right.
10cc, Woman in Love.
Yeah.
I don't know the Warren Zevon songs. Yeah, he played on an entire Brother Johnson album. This list goes forever. What was the really big 10cc song? Do you remember?
Wasn't it I'm Not in Love?
It sounds familiar.
I think that's the one.
He played with Bill Champlin on solo albums before and during his time with Chicago.
Okay.
He played with the Four Tops. Dire Straits. Played on a Dire Straits album.
Which one?
I don't know, Andy.
Oh.
I'm just scrolling through the list.
I got you.
Johnny Mathis. Paul Simon. Wow. I'm only up to the D's, by the way, Andy.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. Really. Jimmy Messina, who was in Loggins and Messina. He played with him. Jimmy Webb. Larry Carlton. We brought up that song. Sonny and Cher. I don't know any of those songs, though.
Huh.
Oh, he played on a couple of Crosby, Stills, and Nash records.
Nice.
More Earth, Wind, and Fire. Engelbert Humperdinck, buddy.
Ah.
He played on Engelbert Humperdinck albums.
Nice.
You know, if for nothing else, it's just great to say the name.
I introduced him once.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, tell us the story.
I actually think I interviewed him.
Oh, for what?
It was when I was on, I want to say I was either on KG95 or I could have been on Classic Hits 106.3 at the time, too. I don't remember. The years, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I interviewed him. He was really nice. I introduced him it was at Winnevegas. And then I stayed for like 2 or 3 songs and then I headed out. But it was good. I can say I saw him.
If anyone wants to go around saying that, I suppose.
I guess. I did enjoy saying Engelbert Humperdinck.
Well, we're really
old. It's the
old.
greatest name. And it's just funny.
We're old, and our mothers all loved Engelbert Humperdinck.
Oh, yeah.
I guess they thought he was something. Okay, let's see here. Olivia Newton-John, Sad Songs. Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He plays on that.
Okay.
You Won't See Me Cry. I'll tell you what the dilemma is with, excuse me, looking up musicians. When you're talking about Jeff Porcaro, when you're talking about Steve Lukather, people like Leland Sklar, who's played with Genesis and everybody. The lists are massive.
Yeah.
These are guys that, as we've discussed, in the 70s and 80s, they woke up, they grabbed their instrument, and they went to the studio.
Yeah.
And they just sat in there. They had their breakfast, lunch, and dinner in there. Smoked right in the studio, whatever they had, whether it was a
Coke
cigarette
or whatever.
weed,
Yeah.
snorted some Coke, and these artists just came through the door. They didn't know who was coming through the door to record albums, and depending on who it was their fee. I don't know if what they got per session, but so there's a lot of people on here I've never heard of, but I mean. This is a young guy trying to make some money doing what he loves.
Yeah. Well, he was in demand, and the reason why he had that perfect time feel, his immaculate pocket, apparently, tasteful fills. He could play any style: rock, pop, jazz, funk, fusion, and is also known for being fast, reliable, and humble.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to work with, then.
Mm-hmm.
That you gotta love.
Well,
no drama.
Again, you're looking at a time here where they're just sitting in the studio.
Yeah.
And you're getting these. You have a guy like Jeff Porcaro, like Leland Sklar, Nathan East. Okay, these guys are accomplished musicians. You know, I mean, literally, you put that piece of music in front of them, and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
But they still had egos, because I would, you know, if you get one session and it leads to 10, and then it leads to 20, you're doing something right. And these musicians would often battle with the musical artists. Can you imagine having to work with the Beach Boys, like the Wrecking Crew did? You know, you had Brian Wilson, who had a vision in his head.
Yeah.
And it's like anyone that has a vision in their head, you can't explain it to anyone.
Right.
You have to make it happen yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was not always polite in the studio with some of these musicians.
For sure. Absolutely not. I think we do need to talk about, you know, one of his biggest hits, Rosanna, and just the way that drum.
So that
groove. I mean,
it's referred to everywhere as, excuse me, iconic. As a drummer, it's, you know, when that hits, you know what you're hearing.
Yeah.
And that's Jeff Porcaro, and it says it right there. But if you would know, because you're not a drummer, but
right,
I know when I listen to it, I'm gonna hear that Bernard Purdie shuffle. He's a huge fan of John Bonham. Loved his technique. People that are fans of Led Zeppelin, they have not yet made headphones or earbuds that can pick up the fantastic drumming of John Bonham. And it's not the big explosive stuff that John Bonham did that inspired so many drummers. It's the little things that he did in his drumming. And Fool in the Rain is a good example of the little things. So he takes kind of the ghost note kind of thing from Fool in the Rain.
Yeah.
And then he just, if you listen to any of the songs, some of them that I mentioned, I'm going to mention some more here, but you will know that it's Jeff Porcaro. If you listen to the Steely Dan songs, there's so many little things going on in there. You know, he could play everything.
Yeah.
But I think it was just the fact that he was easy to work with. Hey, that's too busy. Okay, boom, I got another idea. Really simple. You know, some ghost notes, some hi-hat work, you know, whatever you're doing, you know, with the bass drums and you know, the toms and whatever. He never fought anyone. He was a studio musician that wanted to work with everyone to get the song perfect for the artist.
Yeah. Apparently, when he was drumming, he barely moved, but sounded massive. Like, he was not one of those most animated drummers. He just kind of sat there, everything just right there for him. And so, you know, but sounding on everything that he's recorded, he sounds massive.
Okay, so if you listen to the early Rush albums, right?
Right.
You know, Tom Sawyer, Big Phil, and all that, right?
Right.
There was a period of time where, I don't know if it was before he lost his wife and then his daughter or after, but Neil went off and he worked with a different drummer. And he simplified his drumming. You didn't hear on counterparts, you know,
right.
It was all right here. It was, you know, it was just simple, I mean, doing little things in it, but just not those big explosive fills.
Right.
And he kept it right there, and the great drummers do keep it there. We've talked about, we did talk about a drummer before. We talked about Sugarfoot.
Yes.
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 And, he played with him in Madonna, Michael Jackson.
That's right.
I see all these reels on social media of him playing, and I'm like, why does this guy have toms? I've never seen, everything was just keep the beat.
Yeah.
And he's revered. He was revered in the 80s, just after doing some 70s session work.
Yeah. He, in fact, is so revered. There, some of the people that now cite him as an influence would be guys like Questlove, and Dave Weckl, Vinnie Colaiuta, Steve Gadd, Bernard Purdy, and Gavin Harrison, to name a few. Now, he continued session work through the early 90s. He also worked on Toto's Kingdom of Desire and Tamboo. And the sad thing is he passed away at the age of 38. How young? I mean, so young.
Yes, he was very young, and I was devastated. He went out to spray his yard, and he felt sick, and apparently he had some reaction to it, had a heart attack, and died.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's just crazy how something like that can take you out.
Mm-hmm.
Be done. 1 minute you're out just doing some yard work, the next thing you're dead.
Right.
Sad.
Mm-hmm.
As far as his legacy goes, he's considered one of the greatest drummers of all time, and just listing some of the songs that you have, you can see why. And the guy has been on literally everything. His grooves are still studied in music schools worldwide. Toto continues to honor him in live shows, and his influence spans rock, pop, jazz, fusion, and modern R&B.
Mm-hmm.
He has shaped so many songs without being the star. It's crazy when you think about it. Because all those songs that you were listing, I mean, are done by other people. You don't think Jeff Porcaro when you think of Pink Floyd's Mother. But yeah, it's him playing it. And that's pretty amazing. He shaped so many different, so many different songs, so many different styles. I can see why drummers consider him the gold standard of groove. Definitely one of the best to ever do it.
Well, I mean, certainly. Again, the musicians of that time, he goes on, of course, to form Toto, and all those guys had played on all kinds of songs. And music critics, drum fans, drum critics, music lovers will explain to you that most of the music that you heard in the 80s, well, in the late 70s, through the 80s, and through the early 90s, was mostly played by members of Toto, unless it was a drum machine and a keyboard. And the most recorded member of Toto is Jeff Porcaro. I mean, he plays on, I could have gone through that list forever and ever and ever and ever. Just the songs, that he plays on, Forever Man by Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great tune.
But if you just think about these songs you're still hearing today.
Oh, all the time.
You know,
Rosanna and Africa will be staples on pop radio.
The Michael Jackson songs you're hearing every day. You hear Dirty Laundry every day.
Yes, you do.
You know, I mean, the Steely Dan songs you hear every day. It's just, you know, it's mind-boggling. It matters to me. I don't know that a non-musician gives a crap, but you know, when you think about it,
yeah,
you know, I mean, just I could interweave all. I could, you know, I mean, Leland Sklar has played with Jeff Porcaro.
Yeah.
Nathan East has played with Jeff Porcaro.
Okay.
What's that game called? 7 Degrees of
Yeah,
Kevin Bacon or whatever?
Yeah.
I can link a lot of people for you to
I'm
Jeff
sure,
Porcaro.
yeah.
Because, I mean, he was the best of the best, and he played with the best of the best. You know, I don't know if you know this, Mr. Mister.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah.
Okay, now those guys were also studio musicians. And many of them appeared, especially Richard Page with Jeff Porcaro on some records. But I mean, there's I can't get the expanded list that I want.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot.
There is a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, you know, if you just want to hear some really good Jeff Porcaro drumming.
Yeah.
Technical drumming, Steely Dan. If you want to hear the more rock influenced stuff, which he did little things in that too, of course, Toto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the stuff he does with Boss Gaggs and Steely Dan is just some really terrific drumming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of the things Steely Dan's known for is some of their drumming, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a good conversation. Lots of things I had no idea about. I knew of him, but I just thought he was Toto's drummer. That's so much more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool.
Well, you know, we're behind the music.
Yep. Yeah.
You got to go behind the music.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's going to do things for this week. Again, you can find this show on a lot of platforms: Spotify, YouTube, MonkeyBoyRadio.com, Amazon Music. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, download, leave a comment, do whatever, do all the things.
Suggest topics.
Yeah. Give us some ideas. We'd be glad to explore them.
As long as it's about music.
Yeah.
This is a music podcast.
Correct.
Yeah.
As long as you can tie it to music somehow, we'll try to make it work. Let's see. Of course, you can find me on MonkeyBoyRadio.com. I've got a couple different shows you can check out. Of course, Saturday nights you got Real Rock Nights. Sundays it's Dad Rock, then The Underground, and then this show, and then we do a repeat of Real Rock Nights. So you can check out all that at MonkeyBoyRadio.com.
On our next episode,
yeah,
we're going to talk about why girls don't flash their tits at concerts anymore. I'm Ziggy.
Really? Okay.
No, we're not. We're not. Well, it is a music topic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And there is less of that, I think.
You know, I think it's a good idea. We'll
have to
spend
explore
5 or
that.
10
Yeah,
minutes.
we'll have to
5 or 10
expound
minutes.
on that.
What went wrong? What happened?
Why are they not?
So it's
doing
just one of the things. I guess it's a fair thing to talk about, right?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm Monkey Boy.
I'm Ziggy.
This is the Music Matters Podcast. Thanks for listening.